Imagine waking up to the roar of bulldozers carving a blacktop scar right through your family's century-old farm. All because some clipboard-wielding HOA queen decided your grass was her shortcut. But what if the quiet farmer she dismissed as a bumpkin turned out to be a mastermind, patiently weaving a web of evidence that would strip her of her throne? Buckle up, folks. This tale of suburban tyranny and sweet, savage payback will have you cheering for the underdog and laughing at the absurdity of community rules gone rogue. In the sleepy suburb of Willow Grove, Tennessee, where manicured lawns hit a pressure cooker of petty regulations, lived Jack Harlan. Jack was the kind of guy who kept to himself, tending his small ranch on the edge of the development. Rumors swirled about him. Folks whispered he was antisocial or hiding something because he didn't attend HOA barbecues or paint his barn in approved shades of beige. Jack heard it all. The snide comments at the grocery store, the anonymous notes about his unkempt fence. But he stayed silent, observing with the calm precision of a chess player watching amateurs blunder. Leading the charge against him was Brenda Kowalski, the HOA president, a rotund woman with a perpetual scowl, dressed in pastel power suits that screamed authority but screamed louder hypocrisy. She preached neighborhood harmony at meetings, but enforced rules like a tin pot dictator, fining people for bird feeders that clashed with the aesthetic palette. One crisp autumn dawn, Jack stepped out to feed his horses and nearly dropped his thermos. A gleaming asphalt ribbon snaked through his eastern meadow, complete with yellow lines and a shiny stop sign planted like a flag of conquest. Construction crews were packing up, high-fiving over their efficiency, and there, directing traffic with her infamous clipboard, stood Brenda, her double chin quivering with self-satisfaction as she barked orders. "This'll shave minutes off the commute to the clubhouse," she crowed to a worker. Jack approached, his boots crunching on fresh gravel. "Brenda, this is my land. What in God's name have you done?" She turned, flashing a smile that didn't reach her beady eyes. "Oh, Jack, it's for the greater good. Our new phase needs access. Think of the families. Besides, your meadow was underutilized. We're reallocating for progress." Jack's jaw tightened, but he nodded politely. "Reallocating. Got it." Inside, fury simmered, but he played the fool, letting her underestimate him while he snapped discreet photos. The whispers escalated after that. Neighbors gossiped that Jack was obstructing development, painting him as the villain blocking community progress. Brenda fueled the fire at the next HOA meeting, sighing dramatically. "Some people just resist change, don't they? It's sad. Really, for the children." Jack endured the cold shoulders, the pointed stares, but he wasn't idle. He pored over dusty deed records in his attic, confirming every inch of that meadow was his since 1948. Then he visited old county archives, uncovering Brenda's permit application. It covered only HOA streets, not private farms. Digging deeper, he found invoices from a phantom contractor, Greenway Builds, whose address led to a vacant strip mall. Brenda had cooked the books, siphoning dues to fund her ego project. Jack smiled grimly. Her greater good was a fraud. He enlisted his buddy, attorney Mike Rivera, a no-nonsense ex-Marine who'd traded fatigues for suits. "She's built her castle on sand." "Jack," Mike said, reviewing the binder of evidence. "We'll make her eat it." Meanwhile, Jack canvassed neighbors quietly. The Smiths fined $400 for non-compliant holiday lights. The Patels billed for mandatory sidewalk repairs they didn't request. They shared stories of Brenda's reign of terror, her lectures on standards, masking control freakery. "She acts like she's the mayor of her own kingdom," one grumbled. Tensions boiled over when Jack couldn't stomach another SUV zipping across his scarred field. One sunny Saturday, he revved his ancient Ford tractor and parked it square across the illicit road, flanking it with massive hay bales like rural barricades. A sign read, "Private property. HOA shortcuts not welcome." Brenda arrived in her pristine minivan. Entourage in tow, fellow board members fidgeting in khakis. Her face twisted into a comical mask of outrage. Sweat beading on her forehead as she waddled up. "Jack Harlan, this is vandalism. Remove this eyesore immediately. It's disrupting harmony." Jack leaned on the tractor, casual as pie. "Harmony? Like how you harmonized my pasture into a parking lot without asking. Funny. Your bylaws don't cover theft." Her lackeys murmured. One piping up, "The rules state. Your rules end at my fence." "Buddy," Jack cut in, voice dripping sarcasm. Or did Brenda redraw the map in crayon? The crowd grew, neighbors with phones out, filming Brenda's sputtering excuses. "This is for safety. For the kids," she yelped, clipboard waving like a white flag. Laughter rippled. Even a horse whinnied as if mocking her. "Call the cops," she hissed, storming off. But the sheriff, a local who'd known Jack's family forever, just chuckled at the scene. "Looks like private land to me." "Ma'am." The showdown hit the courthouse like a bombshell. Brenda sued for obstruction, strutting in with her oily lawyer. Convinced her community welfare spiel would win. Mike countered with the evidence avalanche, forged invoices, falsified permits, emails where Brenda bragged, "We set the standards, problem solved." On the stand, she stammered. It was an oversight for progress. The judge, a steely veteran, wasn't buying it. "Mrs. Kowalski, this is an oversight. It's overreach, fraud, and trespass. Verdict, HOA liable. Road to be demolished at their cost." Jack awarded damages. Brenda's face crumpled, her empire exposed as a sham built on bullying. She resigned in disgrace, fleeing to a condo far away, dodging audits. As crews ripped up the asphalt, neighbors picnicked, toasting Jack's quiet triumph. The meadow healed, grass reclaiming the wound, a testament to patience over power. So, was Jack the real villain for fighting back? Or was Brenda's greater good just code for greed? Drop your verdict below. Who's truly at fault in this HOA horror?